This week is a super fun one. I'm gonna be sharing with you Jeremiah and I's top 20 bucket list travel destinations. Hey everyone, I am Noelle with A Dempsey Story. My husband is Jeremiah and we have 3 cutie kiddos named Lola, Bram, and Posey. This week I am going to be sharing with you our top 20 bucket list travel destinations. If you guys are not familiar with our story, Jeremiah and I sold everything that we had when we got married and we set off on a whirlwind travel trip for an entire year of travel. We made it to about 9 countries before I got pregnant and also the pandemic hit, so we had to get on home and start our family, which was just such a blessing for us to come home when we did. And I have just been having babies ever since then. It's been 5 years of nonstop baby making and we couldn't be more blessed. But we still have that travel bug, that itch to travel, and we have had a bucket list of travel destinations for a long time. And we've been going through that list and refining it a little bit over the years. So let's dive right into it. But before we do that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so that you don't miss any new videos that we put out. All right, let's get right into it. So the first 3 countries kind of tie together a little bit because we would probably see all 3 of these countries all together in one trip. Number 1, Israel. We have been Christians our entire lives. We've been reading God's word and studying the Bible throughout the entirety of our 33 and 31 years of life. So it would just be such an incredible thing to be able to go to the Holy Land and see all of these biblical and historical sites in person. All of these places that we've been reading about since we were children, before we could read, when our parents were reading to us. So Israel is number 1. The second country on our bucket list is Jordan. Jordan has just as many historically biblical sites as Israel does. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump from Israel. So we would love to see Jordan as well. Go do some diving in the Red Sea and go see Petra. There's just so many things that we want to do both in Israel and in Jordan. And then to wrap up a pretty little trip visiting Israel and Jordan, we would love to end our trip visiting Egypt. The thought of being able to see some of these incredible architectural feats in person is just, it's crazy. It's mind-blowing. We can't even fathom how people built the Great Pyramids and all of these structures. It's incredible, and it would be so amazing to have the opportunity to see those. The next country that we would love to see is Turkey. Turkey is such a beautiful country, and exploring Turkey not just on the land but also in the sea. We would love to see Istanbul, we would love to see Cappadocia and do some hot air ballooning there. There's just so many beautiful places in Turkey that we would love to visit, experience that culture and the food and everything that Turkey has to offer as well. So that's country number 4. We're gonna move right along across continents and move into Asia. When we did a little bit of traveling, we got to go to Japan and we also got to go to Taiwan and experience those 2 cultures, which was incredible. But there's so much more to see. So the number 5 travel destination that we have on our bucket list is Thailand. Thailand seems like such a fun place to go. It is a part of Southeast Asia and we would love to see Bangkok, the hustle bustle of the city. We'd love to see Phuket. We'd love to do some island hopping. There's so many things that we would love to do in Thailand. It's very affordable and it's very beautiful. Another Southeastern Asian country that we would love to travel to is the Philippines. We would love to see Manila. There's so many different places in the Philippines that we would love to experience as well. We like to scuba dive, so we would love to do some diving in and see the variety of sea life that they have to offer there. Another country in Southeast Asia that we would love to see is Indonesia. And more specifically, there are 2 places on the very tippy top of my bucket list, which is Bali and Raja Ampat. I just can't even imagine the beauty that is going on in the sea in Raja Ampat. The next country is Singapore. It's such a tiny island, but it's thriving. It's a big metropolis, and there's so much to see and do there. There is things to eat, things to see, things to do, and it actually is a very kid-friendly place to go. They have so many fun things to do with your kiddos, and Singapore would just be such a fun place to visit. Especially high on my list is to see their airport, because their airport is supposed to be one of the most insane airports in the world, so would love the opportunity to see that. Last but not least on our Asia tour of dream travel destinations is China. Both Jeremiah and I are fascinated by Chinese culture and would love the opportunity to go there and experience so many different things. We have no idea where exactly we would go in China because it's such a massive country and there's so many options, but for sure, the very first place that we would go would be to see the Great Wall of China. It would be such an incredible thing to witness with our own eyes. That would be a place I would love to bring our kids. I would love to go to Chengdu and see the pandas. I don't know if we'd go to Shanghai or where else we would go. Hong Kong? I don't know. The options are endless. There's so many places that you can see in China. The next up on our list is Dubai. And there are a few reasons why Dubai made the list. One, it looks insane. It's so beautiful. It is a huge city, but there's so many things to do there. Whether you want to be on the water and experience what the water has to offer in Dubai, you can do that. There's so many things to do within the city. You could literally go into the desert, you could snowboard, you could scuba dive because they have the largest mall in the entire world, and it would be just so insane to see that and experience all these different fun things to do. I feel like Dubai would be a really awesome place to bring the kids because there's so much to do there. Next up on the list is India. India just seems so cool to me, just such a unique and beautiful culture. We would love to see the Taj Mahal. It would be super cool to see India in a way that's a little bit more unique, which is by train, and it looks absolutely beautiful and super fun to see India that way and see a bunch of different cities in one swoop, in one trip, so that would be super cool. We are kind of all wrapped up with Asia, so we're gonna move right along to Africa and talk about the African countries that are on our bucket list. The number one African country that I want to go to, and for a very specific reason, is Kenya, because I want to go have breakfast with giraffes. Doesn't that just sound amazing? I have seen so many people in pictures on Instagram of people having breakfast with giraffes at this one specific hotel, and that is what I want to do in Kenya. I want to have breakfast with the giraffes. I want to have a sleepover with them and have breakfast with them bright and early in the morning. So Kenya is high up on our list of places to see. Another African country that we would love to see is Tanzania. We would love to be able ourselves to see the Great Migration as that's happening, and it just would be so fun to be able to see the Big Five and see all of those animals, not in a zoo, but in their natural wild habitat, would just be unreal. I think it would be an experience of a lifetime, and that would be something we would absolutely love. So we're gonna move on to a fun one. This country is continuously popping up on our radar, and so we would love the opportunity to go to Fiji. Fiji is high on our list, both for scuba diving and just for culture. When we go to Fiji, it would be a wonderful place for us to bring our kids so that they can experience this new culture and have this beautiful island experience. So Fiji is high up there on our list of tropical islands that we want to go as a family. Next up is also an island, but not a tropical one. Next up on our bucket list destinations is Iceland, and Iceland is so cool to us. It has so much to offer, and I don't know whether we would like road trip it, get a van and live in it with all the kids and road trip it, or we would probably rent a van and maybe do Airbnbs. I don't know what would make the most sense, if we have 3 kids when we're going there or if we have more. I don't know. So we'd have to figure that out. But there's so many cool things to see and do in Iceland, whether you're going to lagoons or you're going to the black sand beach, and there's just like incredible Icelandic food to try. Iceland is really high up on our list as well. Next up is a place that I have already been. I actually lived there for like 5 months when I was in college, but I would love to bring Jeremiah here and show him my old stomping grounds and show him all of the things that I love about this country and go to some new places, because I feel like I could spend a lifetime in this place and never see it all, and that is Italy. I have a deep, deep love for the country of Italy. I love pizza, I love pasta, I love the people, I love the language. There's so much you can do in Italy. It has so much to offer. Whether you want to go along the Mediterranean and experience the tiny, cute, beautiful coastal towns and have fresh fish, or you want to go into the Dolomites and see the mountainous ranges of Italy, you can also go into Tuscany and all of these beautiful, hilly, amazing countryside towns. It's just such an incredible, beautiful place, and I would love to bring my husband and my kids there. So Italy is high up on our list to go as a family all together. Another country we'd love to see is Argentina. It looks amazing. There are so many different cities that we want to see in Argentina, and we want to experience the Latin dancing and the food and the people and that whole culture. It just looks incredible. So Argentina is super high up on our list as well. Next up is Brazil, and Brazil looks like such a fascinating country. I think it'd be so cool to go there and experience the culture in Brazil, and more specifically, I'd love to see Rio. Anywhere where I'm on the water is a place that I want to be, so it looks super cool to go to Brazil, and I'm sure there's other amazing travel destinations within Brazil that would be super cool to see. But those are the places that we'd like to see in South America. We're gonna move our way up to Central America. The very #1 place that we would like to go in Central America is Costa Rica. Both Jeremiah and I have heard incredible things about Costa Rica. From the water, to the rainforest, to the food, to the people. It's just the surf. I mean, everything that we hear about Costa Rica is absolutely incredible. I just want to get down there and experience this amazing little country. This would be a place that we would love to bring our kids to experience all of the things that I already mentioned. It would be so fun to teach the kids how to surf there. We'd love to see the sloths. There's just so much that we would want to do in Costa Rica, and it looks like such an incredibly family-friendly place. So that is a place in Central America that we would love to go to. We are up to number 20. This is our last destination on our bucket list, and our bucket list does not end at 20. Let me tell you, it is very, very long. We have a lot more places that we would like to see, but these are our top 20, and this last one will be quite the feat if we are ever able to get here within our lifetime, but it would be a place that we would absolutely love to go and experience, and that is Antarctica. We would love to take a cruise through Antarctica and see everything that it has to offer. It would be so, so cool to go there and just see what it's like and have that experience of saying you've been to Antarctica. So that is just, I mean, we're ending on a high here. That is just such an incredible trip. That would be amazing for anybody to go in their lifetime. So we're gonna stop right there and leave with that high point of going to Antarctica. That wraps up our 20 bucket list destinations that we would like to go to as a couple and as a family together. If you guys have any countries that you've been to that you absolutely love, that you think we should add to our bucket list, be sure to let us know in the comments. I would love to read through all of those and add maybe a few new ones that we haven't thought of to our bucket list. If you have not already, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also be sure to subscribe and turn on that notifications bell because we have new videos coming out every Friday. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I hope you guys have a blessed week, and we will see you next time.